And we are live. Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here. I had to think where I'm from. I'm from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. It is a beautiful, sunshiny day. It is actually supposed to get to 7 degrees Celsius. Currently, it is 2 degrees Celsius, which means it is 35 degrees Fahrenheit. We are expecting a blizzard. We've got major storm warnings starting tomorrow afternoon. We'll see what transpires. And we're here with Jean today. Yay! Friends of Fridays. Hi, Dusty. Nice to see you.
Just FYI, here in Hobbs, America, it's a sunny 69 degrees with our high expected at 73.
Humbug. That's good.
Some of my classmates were
Hey,
complaining
Martin.
about how it was 29 degrees and then 60 degrees in the daytime. It was just bizarre to them. And I pulled up my thing and I showed them today's 39 low, 73 high. Tomorrow, 45 low, 73 high. It's not uncommon for us to be 30 to 40 degrees different in night and day.
Yeah.
That's life in the desert.
Yeah. Well, here, let me just go check. Yeah, 7 degrees high today. Is supposed to be -9 overnight. So, not too much drastic difference.
Yep.
Yes. So today, Jean and I figured we're going to do a Finish It Friday because both of us have so many darn projects that we have happening. So we're kind of thinking we're going to finish some stuff. She's getting bigger. And do some crafting chat and just visit. And, So I am going to work on this little signature that I have been playing with for the last little while. I'm going to get everything stuffed and the last few bits done in here. Hey, Jan, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Sunday is our print in. We will be starting at 10:30 Central Sunday morning. There's a whackload of us that are going to be showing you our techniques and tricks. And with luck, I will have it figured out how it's going to run smooth. If it doesn't, you guys can have a good laugh at me. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. That's okay, Dusty. Welcome. Okay, so I'm going to be working on this little signature. I'm going to figure out a cover for it. And then it's going to go, I don't know where. I'm still working on the 100-day project using collage fodder. As I said, I kicked over my bin. So all my stuff is loose in the bottom of this thing now because all the little cups spilled. I haven't sorted it. Yeah. What are you working on, Jean?
Well, I have a lot of these little watercolors that I've made and then doodle on. I mean, I have, I don't know, 20 done and 40 painted, just need to doodle on. So I thought, let's get them done so they can sit around and not know what to do with them.
Yeah. I know that feeling. I know that feeling well.
I've been crazy busy for the last actually since the first of the year. And today I needed something that was relaxing and almost mindless.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I do know that feeling. That's kind of fun.
I have to dump out all my pens and then put them in the order that I like to use them or want to use them.
Yeah.
Little anal here.
I was really bad. I placed an order on Amazon and ended up adding metallic Jelly Roll gel pens to my order. I love them. I had to play with them, so of course I did a whole bunch of. You have us up on the TV? Awesome. I did a whole bunch of little words on black, but I like the sparkly gel pen. I don't normally use words in my stuff, but Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
That's right.
Hey, Belinda, nice to see you. How are you feeling today? You know, I've got a feeling that this should probably go on a darker page than white. So we're going to flip some pages and add this little piece of collage fodder. This is a dollar store glue. We're going to see how that works too, because it's got one of those applicators that we have been watching for that we like.
What was that? I missed it.
It's a glue thing. It's Calvin Glue 35, but it's got the nice little tippy end, and it's got the
Cool.
wide end at the other end, like these Elmer's ones. So I had to try it. I don't really have very many dark pages in here. Well, now what? Well, maybe I have to stick it in this one. This one has some darker pages. It will go there. That works. It just needed something other than white because it's got. I don't know where I got. This isn't a punch because I don't have a punch like this. This might be a die cut that I have. I honestly don't know. But it's got the little antennae. So I wanted it on something dark so we could actually see it.
Oh.
You made worms and birds yesterday? Awesome. That's awesome. Did they turn out? Do you like them? Are you happy with them? I've decided that I'm going to just do a whack load of signatures. Well, I usually do that and then put them together in a journal. But I'm thinking that because I use 10 or 11 pages in it, I could sell these as little journals. And that way it would be cheaper on the shipping because shipping here in Canada is stupid crazy. And I think that would just be a lovely idea. What do you think, Jean?
I think that's smart.
Because really, you know, this is it could be a fun little journal. There's lots of writing space, and it's got all these things that we've been making in the group stuff. So it's got a variety of different bits. But I think I'd be better if I was on screen, right? That could use it for, you know, something. Anyway, I'm going to finish it off. There's a couple of belly bands that I put in here that I would like to just add a bit to. Maybe a little bit of collage fodder on the pockets. And stuff it, and I will call it done. Yeah, stick glue is crazy. Are you talking like this stuff? Like this stuff? All right.
You know, a lot of people don't like stick glue, and that is my favorite.
I don't like stick glue. I use it, and I used it on the trip because I stopped at Walmart, and that's what they had. I didn't want to have liquid glue in the car and hotel rooms because you guys know what a mess I make.
Not you.
You know. Okay, I'm going to leave that as it is. It's got a lovely dangle on this page. I could just leave this page blank, or, you know, it'd be cute. I could put one of these fun flowers. Just do something different. Yeah. Do you like this stick glue, Dusty? And if so, what is your favorite? Hey, Anne, welcome, welcome. You're watching while cleaning. Nice.
We're glad you're here, Anne, but we're sorry you have to clean.
Yes, that's it.
My favorite glue is Scholastic, and it's not easy to find.
Okay.
But I have pieces of paper I've glued to wood that have been years on there.
Oh, that's good.
And it with stick glue, you need to be generous, and you need to burnish.
Yeah.
But most people don't think about being generous because they know they've covered it.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. So I'm getting this little signature done. I'm going to put a cover on it, and I'm going to consider it complete. So I've got this big white empty space here. Do I want something? Let's not put the dangle in the tea. Nope. Do I want something like this on it? Or do I want something like this on a corner? Trying to find out where my camera is.
You know, when you keep moving it, it would be cool if you could put a magnet on the other side of the page and they could be a movable thing and slide all around the page.
Yeah, but if I do decide to send it south, they get really snarky about anything metal that I have in the things. You like Eileen's industrial glue stick? Oh. Linda's asking how you've been, Jean.
I've been good.
Leaves or a flower, guys?
Leaves. That's my opinion.
All right, leaves it is.
It's only because you hear me first.
Yep.
Either that or I'm loud and obnoxious. One or the
I'm just
other.
trying to get this done. Get her done. I guess I could
There
always
we go. That's what we'll call it. Get her done Friday.
get her done Fridays. Yeah. Oh, this is very runny clear glue in this glue stick. Very liquidy.
And that could go both ways, good and bad.
Yeah, so this I would not really like to use on those papers that I got from the dollar store that I folded into zines,
Right.
because that paper is so thin. I pretty much use the same glue. I always use Elmer's Glue All, and well, I'm going to be trying this till these are gone. And glue sticks, I just got the Elmer's ones. I had bought the Amazon purple ones. Not a big fan of those.
I'm kind of like that. I tend different glues for different things.
Yeah. So that's kind of cute just there on the side. Do you think I should do a little bit doodle around? I think it needs just a bit of a doodle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use a green pen. Hey, Joni, nice to see you. Really nice to see you. Let's do a swirl and something like this. That's kind of fun. Maybe it would be better if I did this and then wouldn't have all the lumps and be poking holes in it. The stick that has the color in it so you can see where it is, that makes sense too, Marguerite.
Yep. Otherwise, I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, wait, that's most of the time anyway.
I know that feeling so well. Let's add some dots over here. And over here, we'll add one. And over there. Like that. Can't see it very good because it's green. March 31st, yes, scavenger hunt's done. March 31st or whenever you don't care about the prize. I've been working on practicing some flourishes. It's kind of, still don't quite have a grasp on it, but I'll get there. The more I do it, the more practice,
At one point, you'll just be going and you'll do it and you won't even know you did it.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to get to. Oh, really, Pen? You're not going to stop now. There we go.
And you watch me now, it says.
Yeah. Game on. That's a challenge. So how have you guys been? Hey, Dawn, nice to see you. It's been a while. How's everything in Dawnland? It'll be bad as it is. This one's good. Just need to tuck it. I put that flippy floppy thing in that we did the other day. So I've got all these little things to stuff. And I did put a pocket behind when I put it in. This is glossy calendar paper. My glue did not stick. It fell off like 3 or 4 times. So I actually used double-sided tape. But I only had the double-sided tape that had the foam in it. So it's a little bit raised, but it'll be what it is. This page is done. Leave the map as it is. That can stay. This is a pocket. I'm not going to put anything on here. We've got the edge. Belly band here. Calendar picture. Want to put something along here because that's just a single piece of, what is this? Music paper. And so it's a little bit thin. So I would like to put something on there to embellish it. I don't know if I want to put flowers on that little painting thing. Oh, that's sorry to hear that. What do you think? Do I need to put some little collagey flowers on that or leave it? Anyone? Open to suggestions. I'm just going through my strips of stuff. Oh, see? No, wrong way. They're in the bits box now. See, I clean up and then I forget where I put things. Yes, Dawn, I hope you're okay. Because it's never easy. A small lady face? Where? A small lady face where? Oh, on that wreath? Is that what you're talking about, a small lady face, Belinda? I mean, I just collaged this one yesterday. Don't know. Then I have to decide what kind of a border I want on that. On the wreath? See, I don't have any small lady faces. I would have to make one. And I don't think I've got any people in here other than that little monster. Does that look too Christmassy? Oh, you guys can't see it. Would that look too Christmassy?
Yeah, it looks like a snow globe.
Ugh. Well, then whatever I put there is going to make it look like a snow globe.
Yeah, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Hi, Dawn. You know what I see that it needs, and maybe it's just me, is to draw lines across.
Here?
So that it could be like a writing spot.
Yeah.
I just see a big, huge blank.
Well, yeah, that's just it, because I wanted it as a writing spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you could do the like I did here where it's line and dot. Not that close, of course.
Yeah.
But, you could make it a little decorative, even wavy.
Yeah.
I like writing on wavy lines.
Happy birthday, Sherry. Nice to see you, hon. If you guys
Hi,
didn't know,
Carrie.
today's Sherry's birthday. Okay, lines. Oh, there's so much crap in here already that it's going to be hard to write lines. I need a solid piece. Wow! Sorry. I am looking for. I've got stuff for that. I have like solid pieces to put behind, like a book board. That's what I'm looking for. The words I'm looking for, so that I can write. Like this, then it's solid, and I can write and do lines. I'll do them in green metallic because I can.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know that I would like a lady's face in the wreath. I think it's more a case of I don't feel like doing a lady's face. You know?
Yeah, we have those days. Just like I doodle all the time, and sometimes I have no idea what to doodle.
I know.
And I just kind of realized that this is taped off into 3 ATCs, and then this is just what was left. You know what I've been doing? I've been cutting these apart, and I had to. My oldest friend on Facebook, not age-wise, but that I've had the longest.
Okay.
She was my neighbor when we were in kindergarten, or even before that. And my mom worked for her dad at a engine repair place. She was the secretary.
Okay.
And every once in a while, I'll find something that, an advertising piece that has his business on it. Well, he has passed, and so has my mom. But I found a ice pick thing, and I didn't tell her, and I just sent it to her. And I've been cutting these little pieces that aren't ATC size and writing my note on the back of them.
Yeah.
And that way they get a little piece of art, and I don't have to get a big piece of paper out.
I've been doing that in my ATC trades in Joni's group too, that I just take because I've been scanning everything in now, right? So that I can put it on Etsy. So when I cut out a scan, that's what I use to stick in as a thank you or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. I still need something across here. It's going to have to look like a snow globe or something. Unless I do, well, That's totally different. And it clashes and swears at each other, but at least I don't think it would look like a snow globe. Yeah, I thought so, Dawn, because, we're always looking for something to tuck into the pockets, right? So I've been, because I have to experiment with stuff that I've put online, I get lots of, I've got robots and everything that I can just use as a thank you and use it as a little note. Do I really make it Christmas and look like plaid? Oh, Bucka. No. I will find an edge that I like. Yes, little artsy surprises. Exactly. Nope, that's gold and it makes it looks like a snow globe. You know what? It's going to look like a snow globe, guys. It just is. It just is.
Well, you know what? It's your book.
It is. So either I put something in that matches or I put something in that swears at each other. Look at this mess. But this, I got to use this stuff up because I want to make more. Sort of. But you can't justify making more because you've got so much. This will make a nice belly band, actually. It's cardstock. Oh, no, I think I want something either yellow or green. There we go. That'll be it. That will be it. Scissors. So, does anybody have anything fun planned for the weekend?
I do.
You do?
I do. We are going to Artesia, New Mexico, because they are having a big garage sale to benefit their art society over there.
Ooh.
And that just tells me that there's probably some art supplies there.
Ooh.
Not that I need any.
No, but you might find something absolutely fun.
That's right.
Absolutely fun.
So that's where we're going. We're going to get up and it's an hour and a half drive and it opens at 8, but we're not going to leave here until 7. So we won't be first in the door, but my wish for an art supply and somebody else's could be completely different. So I'm cool.
Yeah. Man, I can take this. Nope, they're too big. Well, that doesn't work. Okay, moving on. I'm going to leave this just as it is. See, I want to leave enough space that if anybody gets this or decides to take it, they've got stuff to play and do what they want in it, right? I do want to put something on the belly band. What do we want to put? I've got these little card things that I can cut in half or whatever. Visiting with family. Mind cleansing trip. All right. That'll be nice. Kind of like that.
I don't know if I have time for a mind cleansing trip. It'd have to be, 3 or 4 months.
Yeah. Well, come up here.
Thought I was going to have to the other day.
I know. I'm sorry. But I didn't want to put online that I was going on a trip.
I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know.
Because I can.
Seriously, 9 o'clock in the morning, we decided we were going to Alberta. We were on the road between 10:30 and 11:30, so a couple of hours. So I managed to put the two little video things online. I had to phone my kids. I had to phone my sister. Had to transfer money at the bank. Like it was just, and I had to clean my kitchen because I didn't want to come back to a mess. I like that. I'm going to glue that down. Yes, yes, and is playing in the print along, printed. I'm looking forward to it because everybody's got their own style of doing things. And as I was saying to Beth in one of our messages this morning, I want people to see how we all do the different printing styles with different things so that some of the newer people who don't do any prints, good grief. If they're new to printing and they've been watching other people and they've got all these fancy dancy and whatever, I want them to know that they can play along with what they've got. And you guys know how I operate. Yeah, exactly, Anne. Exactly. So I did give Jean my cell phone number so that she can text me.
Yeah, I get not putting it out there. That's important because you don't know who sees you. I mean, you can kind of control your friends, but not totally.
Yeah, and I mean, my group is public. YouTube's public.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
It was just kind of a rude awakening that
I think what really got me is I thought, well, she's not going to cancel a Friday and not tell me.
Yeah.
And I think that's, if you'd have just said, hey, I'm not doing Friday, I probably wouldn't have worried.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's okay. I get it. It's just something else I can tease you about now.
That's right. And I know not to just pull a disappearing act. I mean, Ron and I are really bad for that.
Well, if you have one person that you designate that you tell, then that could be good.
Yeah. But I mean, I figured as soon as we landed where we were going for the first night, then I would post, right? Or I would let other people know, but it just didn't work out that way.
Yeah, that's okay. You have fun.
We have a lot of fun. We did have a lot of fun. Oh, that's too big. Look at all these little piecework hearts. Hey, Marty, welcome, welcome. Yeah, and I kind of figured that too. That, because I don't know who's going to see it. There we go.
You were talking about different people's styles.
Yeah.
I think that in a way, everybody's uses the same styles. They just use them differently.
Yeah.
The thing I'm going to try is no blue and pink.
No blue and pink?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I tend to grab those colors when I'm making painted papers, and then I go to use them. And sometimes I use them by color. Sometimes I don't.
Right.
But I have more blue, pink, and purple than I need.
I got lots of green. I have a tendency to make lots of greens because I'm always thinking of leaves for my floral collages, but I don't have much in the way of colors like floral colors themselves.
Yeah, I need some greens. I kind of want to do some kind of collaged turtle for my sister.
Yeah,
And I at one point thought I made some, but I evidently have used them.
yeah. Well, I know
So,
that feeling. Either that or you put them someplace safe and you'll never find them again.
yeah.
Or me. I think Beth has decided that she wants to try watercolors on her gel plate.
Oh, that's fun.
So I think she's going to do that. And I'm not even using a gel plate. I'm using a variety of other things so people realize they don't necessarily need to have gel plates either.
Cool. I have a lot of gel plates, way more than I need. But it's because two of them were given to me by people who didn't enjoy them locally.
Okay.
And then we sold them in the bead store because we made papers to make jewelry out of
Right.
when I worked there. Well, I'm the one who purchased them. So when the bead store closed, I took the extra inventory. I just decided I could use them.
Well, that makes sense to me. Oops. You got the cats today, Sherry? Awesome. I'm just going to leave this little bag the way it is. It's got a little cluster on one side. I do have to put something across here. Good thing I have all these edgings that I can use. I'm just going to put that right across. I'll do a close-up flip through of this when I'm done, and then we'll stuff it. How's your cat journal coming, Sherry? Lag. Have to remember about the lag, especially for Sunday, because we're doing it on StreamYard, but it will be also on my channel. Excuse me just a minute.
I wish it wasn't so expensive to ship to Canada. I just found the cutest cat book. It would be perfect for someone doing a cat journal.
Yeah. I've got a bunch of kids' books that, I probably should have cut that. Things like from when I was a kid. There's one on birds and one on horses, and I think I'm just going to hack them up. Oh, and stamp them for you? That's awesome. There. There. Trim this edge. I want big scissors. Are you guys like me that if you use big scissors, you feel like you've got more control than if you use little scissors?
I love my little scissors.
I like my big ones. It's weird, very weird.
I have a great big pair of scissors.
Oh, like
I don't
shoes?
use them because they're way too big.
Yeah.
I just bought them because I think they were like $4.95 at Harbor Freight, and I'd never seen a pair of scissors that big. So I
Yeah.
had to have them, you know.
You know, I can leave this pretty much the way it is, except that the front half has a whole bunch of stuff added to it. This back half is naked. If you know what I mean. I think I need something on here. It's a gloss paper, so I would have to use that tape again, wouldn't I? Maybe I'll put something on here instead. That can make a nice pocket or a cup. What else have I got? Oh, I got to dig through this bin because I've got all this stuff in this bin. Look, the stuff that I had in cups, the cups have tipped over. So obviously, using the cups in a bin that you're moving around isn't necessarily the best idea. I thought something like this is a tuck spot. I think that's cute. And if I do it so that the glue's on this side, the ribbon won't quite get in the way. You guys can't really see. Use this as a tuck spot. But glue it on this side so it's here. Like just the bottom and this side. And that way these still will move. And they won't get in the way of what's getting tucked in. Hey, Jamie, welcome, welcome. We are just playing around trying to finish stuff today. Because both Jean and I have so many projects and so much stuff on the go all the time that we figured today should be just a finish it Friday. Or what did you call it, Jean?
I don't remember. The first time, the one that we can't put on YouTube.
Yeah, well, no. I can't remember. Yeah, so maybe you would have to go to the bank and go watch. Caca for brains today, evidently.
Oh, Get Her Done Friday.
Get Her Done Friday. Yes. I have so many projects. Seriously. I don't know why. Well, I do, but
I have tried that scavenger hunt many times, and I just can't get through it. I guess I have a very short attention span. I don't know.
I have done I've done it fully a couple of times. One time I quit, but I've also tried this 100-day project like I'm doing this year and fallen down on that one as well. I'm great at starting things. Finishing them is not such a. I think it's my ADHD that. Because you fall in love with something, you gotta try it, gotta try it, gotta try it. You do it 3 times, and it's like, okay, I'm done.
Right. You know you can do it. So why keep going? That's how I look at it.
Yeah, especially if it doesn't bring you the joy that like playing with these little bits does for me. There we
Yeah.
go.
Well, I tend to bring out the watercolors, the doodling, or the stencil, or not stenciling, stitching. Those are
Yeah,
the things that I seem to be the happiest doing, and beading. And that's right now I'm in the sort stage. I have so many beads, well, working in a bead store for 7 years.
Yeah.
That'll happen. But there's so many, and there might be, a small amount in that cubby hole and a small amount. So I'm kind of mixing them up just a little bit, mostly by color.
Yeah.
So I can get them in less containers.
Right.
So then I can really maybe see them and use them.
Oh, see, I could do a little thing of papers here with a staple because it's glossy and glue on stick. Jean is an incredible doodle person. She really, really is. I love
I
watching Jean doodle.
I have been doodling since before the word Zentangle was ever invented.
Oh yeah, me too. But all right, I need some little papers.
I even have some of my early work. I have an uncle who was hurt in a car accident. He was an amazing artist, but he was paralyzed from the waist down. So then pretty much art was all he ever did. And him and I would sit for hours. And I just recently found, and I mean, I knew I had it. It was brought home when we went through some of mom's stuff, but all of his art tablets. And I found one that has his art. And then there was like 5 pages of different cousins' art in there. If I was a good cousin, I'd say, hey, do you want this page? But I guess I'm not a good cousin because I really want to keep them all.
Yeah. But it means something to you because you spent time with him doing it, right? Like that
I
makes a
did.
big difference.
Yeah. He was an amazing man. I'll tell you, he wasn't much older than me. And when he passed, one of my cousins couldn't make it, so she asked me to speak on her behalf. And the only people that got up to speak was me, my sister, and my cousin that's the same age as me. And we had all, I'm one of 21 cousins, and they were all there.
Yeah.
And I had the well, I say older, not much older than me, but the youngest cousin right now is still in his 40s. And then the oldest is pushing 70.
Wow.
But I had the older male cousins crying with the things I said.
Yeah.
And I didn't intend that. It just came out. It was probably the only speech I've ever done that amounted to anything. But yeah, it was pretty special. And we all loved his art. We all learned from him. Our love of music came from him. Our ability to pop wheelies in a wheelchair came from him. But I'm the only one who got to drive his car with the all hand gas and brake. Oh my gosh. Oh, I could scan them.
You could.
That's a good idea. I could do that.
There,
I
I
think
did
they went like that.
no collection.
And then I wouldn't look so selfish. Did you see my tiny little T square or L square or whatever it is?
That's cute.
This is actually my second one.
Oh,
There is another one in this house.
it's
This is
so safe.
this is probably the first thing that I've ever bought to replace something where I haven't immediately found what it was to replace.
Oh,
So I'm glad I bought them. I just really wish that the others would show up and then I could maybe I don't know, magnetize them and stick them to the refrigerator or something.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna put that across there. You know, it's amazing. You think that this is an awful lot of edgings? You can go through those in a blink of an eye.
Yep. Yes, I put the other ones away for safekeeping. I know where I seen them last, but they're not where I seen them last. So,
Oh, I so know that feeling. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, I know that feeling.
they were perfect for my stamp carving toolbox.
Yeah,
And I'm really bad at putting like they work for stamp carving. So then I need another set for this so I don't overlap my tools because they don't ever go to the same place.
yes.
And I shouldn't do that.
No,
My kids are going to have so much fun when they get to go through all my stuff.
I know that feeling. Ah,
My son told me, he says, "Well, I hope that when it's time for that, Kennedy's old enough that she can just go through it." I said, "Me too," because she's only she's gonna be 10 in May, so
yeah. Oh, I'm sure that my grands just kind of cringe. I know my kids cringe.
yeah. I'm lucky that I have younger grandkids, so maybe when I'm either done with all this stuff, can't use it or whatever, that maybe they can use some of it.
Yeah. Wow, I've got lots of ugly pages back here that have nothing on them. See, it's a good thing I've decided to finish this because then it's done. Hey, Sharon, welcome.
Hi, Sharon.
You know what? I'm going to put a corner tuck. One of those florally corner tuck things I've got. This thing's going to be 3 times as wide by the time they're ready to go because of all the stuff that gets tucked in. But the nice thing is I'm using up some of my stuff.
So your 100-day project, are you going to use up 100 pieces of collage fodder, or you're just going to make something with collage fodder for 100 days?
I'm going to make something with fodder for 100 days.
You know what they say. By the time you're done, that could be a habit. And you might start using it all the time.
Oh, heaven forbid. I should actually use collage fodder in my work.
Of everyone I know, you're probably the one that does the most.
Collage fodder or use it?
Use it.
I don't know. Well, I know that I make a heck of a lot of collage fodder.
You do. I tend to make, evidently, I make a lot of these little watercolor doodle things, but I don't make so much collage fodder as I make collage papers.
Yeah.
I like to just take, when I don't have anything else to do or can't think of anything, just take a stack of paper, and I love the cheap drawing paper from the Dollar Tree because it's all crinkly when it's done.
Yeah.
And just make marks all over the page. That sounds fun.
Oh yeah. Like, I mean, I like doing that too. I mean, I did that with all those stamps that Ron just did me, and we did when I was doing putting the embossing folders through the cricket, the kettlebug, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've got like all those pages to use as fodder, and then I've done some stamps, and then like these, I've got so much to use and doodle on, and it just never ends. It just never ends. Scoot the book over so you can see it. Yeah, I'm kind of pushing myself off to the side here. Okay. This is just a little signature, Sharon. It's not necessarily a book, although that being said, I've kind of come to the conclusion that I am going to put a cover on it and sell it as a journal. Even though there's only a few pages in it, there's still going to be a heck of a lot of writing spots. And because there's so many tuck spots, there's going to be all kinds of places to write. So this is just one of the, for a while there, we were making signatures for Defy, just taking a whole bunch of various pages and making 10-page signatures for them. So yeah, that's what this started as. But then as we've been working on our Tuesday pull the stick and keep me on track by actually doing what's on the stick instead of rabbit holing. So the edgings and borders and whatever else I've been putting into this little signature, So it's really kind of cute. I'm really enjoying it. And yeah, this could go this way. I think I like it that way. So this then, because I sent a whack load down to Defy last year, I think it was June. I can't even remember.
Mm-hmm.
But shipping is so expensive from here. This one I'm just going to turn into a journal and sell as is. So this glue does ook out all over the place because it's so thin. Seems to stick well. I just have to learn to use very little of it so that it doesn't smush out. So this needs something on it, and I need something across there. Let's use this border maybe. And I make so many little things that doing like a 10-page journal, I think that way, instead of doing the working huge journals that I normally do, this way maybe I get some more finished. One can always think and hope. I like having an extra on my pockets because sometimes if it's just a single piece of paper, it has a tendency to tear. Oh, see? Not what you wanted to do. You didn't just shove a whole bunch of glue down that pocket now, did you? We'll find out. I don't know. Why aren't you sticking?
Are you talking to us? Or are you talking?
No, I'm doing that. I'm doing that talk to myself thing again, obviously. I'm sorry, guys.
No, that's okay. If I didn't pick on you, who would?
Exactly. No, I narrate an awful lot. I admit it. Just need something.
That's why we love you.
Thanks. Huh.
Sure better than my dream last night. I had the weirdest dream last night.
Oh
Oh
no.
my. It's not even one I can tell people.
Oh no. Those are the
Not,
best.
not in public anyway.
Yeah. See, Teresa says she's used to it.
Yep.
I do that. I narrate. I do the same thing when I'm cleaning my house or I'm getting ready to have a family dinner, I because it just clarifies what steps I have to take to, make sure everything's together on time for the dinner, right? So I narrate sometimes all day long. My kids just shrug it off. So now they just ignore everything I say because they just figure I'm talking to myself.
I count.
I count too.
I don't always count out loud, but I do count.
Yeah. We had a big party here for our 50th birthday. And so when we were making burgers and things, because we did it all ourselves, I was counting how many burgers because we expected quite a few people. And exactly, Dawn. I figure if I argue with myself and lose, that's when I have to, then something can be done about it. But yeah. So yeah, I was counting all the burgers and everything. My friends are looking at me because a whole bunch of us turned 50 at the same time because we all went to school together. Some known each other since kindergarten. We've known each other since we were teenagers. It was a huge bash. And it was here. So we were doing the food and I'm counting the burgers and one of the others also counts. But her sister's going, what the hell's the matter with you guys? Like, it was just weird. She couldn't wrap her head around why we were counting. But I can't even remember how many people we had, about 75 people.
Wow.
Here? Janner, you still here? Because Jan actually came from BC, her and her husband and my other sister-in-law, like Ron's sister. And everybody else had family that came. So it was big. It was really big.
Sounds fun.
It was a blast because they used to be a garage band, right? And they did play some professional gigs. So they got together again and they performed in the garage. And their kids also played music. So their kids played as well. It was just fabulous. We had such a blast. Such a blast. We wanted to do another one for our 65th, but that never came about thanks to COVID.
Yeah. My 60th came and went. My 50th, my 60th. I think I'll give up on ever having a party. So.
Yeah. Well, see, Ron and I are the same age. We're 2 days apart, right? So even our friends, they got married. Our weddings are in the same year. It's just, we just grew up together and had so much together that.
Yeah. Well, we're 9 months apart to the date.
Awesome.
So it's easy to remember each other's birthday.
That's really awesome. See, mine's on the 28th, his is on the 30th, so we got married on the 29th. So he can never forget our anniversary. He's got no excuse.
We don't forget our anniversary. We just forget how long we've been married.
Yeah, that's more me. Because we lived together for so long before we got married.
Yeah. But at least we got married in an easy to count year. We
Okay.
got married in 80.
Okay.
So I can always figure it out.
Yeah, we got married in 78. So sometimes I have to really wrap my head around it.
Oh, yeah.
When did I make this? It's an envelope. And it opens here. And it's got pockets. And it opens here. Oh, heck. I don't remember making that. It's all my stuff, so, you know. Well, what are you doing in there? You don't belong in there. See, talking to myself again. Sorry, guys.
It's okay to talk to yourself and it's okay to answer yourself.
It's when I argue and lose that we worry. I know.
No, not really. It's when you say, huh? What did you say?
Yeah, that too. That could be a nice pocket. Okay, pocket that is. No, that's a journal card. Well, oi. I've started grabbing pictures out of different things to use to tuck in pockets and things. I put an awful lot of pockets in my stuff, I've noticed.
You do.
I think I'll use that one.
That's pretty.
It's one of my Goonie bird thingies.
I have one of those. It's sitting and it's not sitting, it's hanging on my curtain
Oh,
with all
cool.
my other favorite things.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's going to be a tuck spot. Belinda, has your sciatica backed off? She's been having trouble with her sciatica this week,
Yuck.
which is never fun. Oh, I have those the WTF conversations with myself. Oh, yes, yes, I do. I certainly do. Jean, can you hold yours up? I'm gonna make you big. I wanna see. Hang on. I'll find my mouse. Got my mouse. Where's my cursor? Make Jean big. Oh, I like it.
I'm in such a hurry right now to get done so that I can pull the tape off.
Yeah,
Once I start one, I'll sit and work on it until it's done just because I want to pull the tape off.
right. And the tape doesn't lift your paper at all?
Sometimes, but if these are ATCs, so they're going to be pretty much cut to size.
Right. Right.
So
That's gorgeous. 100% better. Oh, it just twinges if you move wrong, Belinda. Ah, well, this glue doesn't dry on baby wipes very fast. Oh, wait, no, I spritzed that with water, right? Never mind. Oh, it's going to be a long week today, guys. And I'm just going to leave the back page as it is. I am going to consider this little baby done. So, I have a tuck spot here. Just writing space there. Pain level's about 2. That's not bad. This is all writing space, no tuck spots. This is a pocket. This is that flip-flop thing that we did last week when we were doing, week before. Can't remember what we were working on, but we did that. I think it was flips. We were working on flips. So I have a tuck spot here. That's just a page. This flips open, lots writing space. This is a glossy paper, so I'm not sticking anything to it. I do have a pocket on this side. More writing page. Pocket here. Glossy paper, can just write on it. Calendar page. This is the belly band. This flips open. We've got 2 pockets. And then that thing to write on. This is a little bag. Opens at the top. Scrapbook paper. Writing spots. This opens. There's a belly band. Another belly band. The reason I've got the belly band on both sides is because I had actually folded this paper and I didn't like where the fold was. So I covered it up with belly bands. This is the other half of the bag. Again, 2 little pockets. This is a text spot. This is just a stack of little papers from my collection of pocket stuffers. I stapled it on because it's a glossy page. Oh, look, this smudged because that's watercolor. It's going to be what it is. So this is a pocket, and this is a pocket. Tuck spot. Fun edging that we did when we were doing the blanket stitch, and we added beads to it. When we were doing edgings, tuck spot, pocket, glossy paper, tuck spot, more edgings. Again, blanket stitch using eyelash yarn, writing spot, glossy paper, flip, 2 pockets. This is blank. This is blank.
No,
It's okay. I can leave a blank page. Can I not? Nothing else is really blank. There is.
you can, but can you?
I'm going to have to. I'm just going to have to. Then I've got one of my little guinea bird cards as a tuck spot. And this page has got a bit of doodles on. So now I just have to figure out a cover and stuff it, and it's ready to go.
Yay.
And then we decide if it goes in the Etsy shop or on my shelf. Okay, we need a cover. Do I want a harder cover or a softer cover? Oh, thank you, Dawn. As I say, this is one of the little signatures, like the ones that we were making for Defy. And I've been using it as we've been doing stuff, our Tuesday things. And I figured it was time to get it done. So just has the dangle, no paper clip, no anything else. I could always add that after if I like, but I'm not worried about it at the moment. I'm more worried about, What the heck kind of cover am I going to do? Brown paper envelope would be too big. Those envelopes would be too small. Huh. I think I chopped up all my cereal boxes. For root books. Okay. Yeah, I hope that sciatica starts behaving too, Belinda. That's definitely not fun. Come on, Kim, find it. Something that you can use. Oh, what about? I have an idea. We go around the corner here. I can use 1/2 of a file folder.
There you go.
That will make an interesting cover because okay, I'm just going to run it through the paper cutter to make my box look neat. It's funny, I've had this table all nicely cleared off. I don't know why I bother trying to clear things off.
Because you're a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, really. You know what? I could probably even... No, I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to leave this on. The tab. Because I think that's kind of fun. This is the thing that I struggle the most with, guys, is making a journal cover. I just don't seem to have a flair for creating covers. Yeah, it would be a nice cover, Jean's doodle art page. It would.
Yeah.
So
Probably about the right size too.
well, these are half pages, right? I'm pretty sure they're like... No, a bit bigger than half page. Punch a couple of holes. Oh, you know what would probably work really good? Is if I take this edge and I fold it in half an inch or so, because it's pretty deep, right? Pretty deep. Then I've got a double edge to put a brad or something through or closing it.
There you go.
That makes sense to me. You're going for coffee, Belinda? All right. Your sciatica hasn't flared for 5 years? That's really annoying when it just happens like that then. Because you figure you're done with it. No, I don't have a scoreboard. This is how I do it. What were you saying, Jean? Did I interrupt you?
No, I forgot. I really don't know what I was going to say.
And I will glue these down and then punch holes. Oh, mess. So I'm going to leave the front tall. Yep, front's going to be tall. You know, I guess I could always just cover it in some sort of fabric too. Probably have some interesting fabric in the back 40.
Piece or two, maybe.
Yeah. I could probably start a fabric store with all the fabric I got back there.
I used to say that, but I've gotten rid of a lot of it. In my box of stuff that, well, actually, there's 3 boxes of stuff I want to get rid of. And one of them is the stack of half-yard pieces of 4 or 5, maybe even 6 colored denim.
Oh,
I just knew I was going to make something out of, but you know, I can't ever seem to get it past the box to get rid of it. You know, it's like,
yeah.
I
Well,
don't
I
know.
used to make a lot of denim quilts. Like, we all had denim quilts. I like the weight of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done colored ones and I've done just blue ones. So I have bins of cutout denim squares and no sewing machine. One day I'll get the sewing machines fixed.
You could just come down and borrow one of mine.
I could.
So do we have to have a passport if we meet at the border and just hand things off?
Probably.
Oh,
Oh, see, some of my little fuzzy stuff still sticks out the side, but that's kind of interesting. So is this too tall? I think so. I think I need to trim off maybe half an inch at the bottom. Maybe. Yeah, half an inch off the bottom. We'll go do that. Wow, this will be nice to get one thing off my desk. I still never finished that black one either.
is the rainbow journal finished?
No, I'm not doing a rainbow journal. I am doing 7 rainbow journals. I've taken them apart and I've taken page from each color and I've made them into little mini rainbow journals.
Mm.
So they are all stacked up on my desk like this, waiting for covers.
Oh,
So they're going to be next.
that's okay. Mine aren't done either.
They will be next. There we go. A little bit shorter. Now I don't know if I like that top or not. Okay, I'm going to go and chop that top off now. I'm here. I'm just on the other side of my desk. There, that works. It's a very soft cover. I probably should have done a proper spine on it too, but oh well. You know, I'm not that happy. What about that?
Cool.
That is actually a corduroy. That could make a very cute cover. It could. Oh my goodness. If you guys could only see my desk. If I could only see my desk. Seriously. It's here someplace. You know, this is so wobbly. It's not even flat anymore, that poor cutting board. So I'm going to start by trimming it straight. Probably isn't straight, but oi. I have a cutter. My rotary cutter was right here. You know what? I'm going to start putting some of this stuff away, and maybe I'll find things. What do you guys think?
I've heard that works.
You've heard that works?
Uh-huh.
That's the only thing about having this stuff in envelopes like this. I can't dig through it the way that I dig through bins of stuff. But really, I had these in a shoebox. You know how much room a shoebox takes up compared to this nice little envelope here?
Yeah.
But they get all kind of kerflunked, verkempt, or whatever the word is. I think it's verkempt. But they glue down flat. Okay, take care, Dawn. Thanks for coming, hon. Yes, it was lovely to see you. I hope your days are getting easier, hon. Look at all this stuff. And I do have a shoebox full of this stuff that hasn't been doodled on either. That's why I mean, I want to doodle on it, but why? I've got this stuff that I have to use first. Scissors. Put scissors over here.
Maybe making art would be easier and more fun if we didn't make rules for ourselves.
I know. I don't really have rules for myself, do I? I just do what I feel like doing 99.9% of the time. And then I really like what I do, like monsters, and I end up with almost 200 of those silly things. And then it's like, now what? It's very clamped, actually. Belinda. I'm pretty sure it's very clamped. And I don't know the direct translation, but I don't think it's very polite. I don't think. I don't know. Okay, so my rotary cutter isn't there. Or if it is, I can't see it. Oh, isn't that lovely? And fabric doesn't cut worth a darn on your paper cutter. I've tried. Now, if I were a rotary cutter, guys, where would I be?
With my sewing supplies.
Look, I've got a dust bunny. Okay, we'll put these away. Pardon?
Just one dust bunny?
Well, the one that lives on my desk.
Mm.
I've got a bin full of little lovebird thingies behind me. We'll put this on the stool under here and see how many times I kick it off so I have to pick up all those bits again, okay?
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm cleaning up. I should be visiting with you guys. I honestly have no clue as to where that cutter is. And as soon as I cut it, I will find it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Goodness.
My gel pen writes on me, but not on my black marker.
I know that feeling. I know that feeling. And I do have more than one rotary cutter, but because my sewing supplies are in bins all over the floor, back there, because we took the walls out, I have no idea. No idea.
No, I'm sorry.
I probably put it somewhere safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why can't I use an Olfa blade? I'm gonna try this. Let's move the tea, because probably if I put my glasses on, I wouldn't cut the plastic. I would actually cut the fabric, right? Nowhere near like a rotary cutter.
You'd be better off snipping it and tearing it.
I don't know that it would tear nice, but I'm folding it over, right? So it doesn't really matter. Okay. See, this is why I have friends. They tell me what to do.
Whether you like it or not, huh?
It's probably on the floor. I probably knocked it on the floor because we don't even want to look down there. Nope. Nope, don't look down there. Okay, we'll snip it here. And we'll rip. Maybe.
All right. The big unveil.
No, it rips off like this. The big unveil. Oh, here comes the paper, the tape.
There's one.
I'm just going to cut it. And what happens, happens.
You? Yes, I know that's a big gap because it's ATCs.
Oh, look, I'm making a big mess. See, I have a great big cutting table back there. It's 2 meters, 2 yards, and a yard across, so that I can lay out fabrics for quilts and things. But I can't find that either because once we took the walls out, I had like zero, absolutely zero place to put things. So that got all piled up as well. I'm going to go here. I'm going to cut it across there.
See, even if you don't like these when you're making them, you pull up the tape and they're beautiful.
They are. Teresa wants you to move up so she can see what you're doing. Please.
And this one really, knock on wood, has torn off really good.
Awesome.
And the only, so far, watercolor bleed has been on the outside edges, which gets trimmed.
Excellent.
So there's 3 ATCs, which after they're trimmed, these could be ATCs, just have a little more white on them than these do.
Yeah. Those are lovely.
I love them.
I
I
love
just
them.
I just love taking the tape off.
Yeah. I really like doing that too when we played watercolors. I might
Yeah.
have to dig out watercolors and
I didn't outline this one or all of this one, but it's all good. It's good. I can do it with a ruler. I
those are
prefer to do it when
beautiful.
the tape's on there.
They're beautiful, beautiful. Ooh. Well, I've got enough to flip over in blue. That's all that matters.
Thank you, everyone. I really love doing these.
They are lovely. Okay. Scissors.
What is an ATC? 2.5 by 3.5?
2.5 by 3.5. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I need a couple more watercolor lessons. I was talking to Laura, and she said she's got a little watercolor palette that she takes along with her. And then you said, because I showed you my messy one, and you said to put it on glass. Well, I pulled out a glass plate to use as my palette for the watercolors instead of plastic, because they all went hacky on me. And they're somewhere safe on my desk here. But I bought a little watercolor palette to play with as well, like the bricks instead of.
Ta-da!
That's lovely.
I have to erase the pencil marks that were there from the beginning when I measured it out. Yes, I really measured.
Jean measures. She's good.
I don't always measure. I have to say I have a pretty good eye for measuring. Not perfect, but you know, I can guess the size of something and be pretty accurate.
I, on the other hand, cannot.
I really don't swap ATCs too much, but I don't know. I use them as a little note card. That works too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Exactly.
see, you know, you get something little like this. They're getting a little piece of art. And I don't have to write a lengthy thank you or anything like that because I only got so much room, right?
Right.
So those were the 3 that were intended to be ATCs. They're similar but different.
They're awesome.
I don't even remember how I painted this. It's been that long.
No. I know that you like masking stuff off and then just playing and then eventually doodling. I think I was just doodling whole pages. No, I masked off for trees, I remember. I do remember.
I did both. I mean, I did I masked it off to get the ATCs, but I've done the whole pages too, so.
Yeah.
This one I'm having to guess on what to cut.
You're doing ATCs and best group next month?
I thought Isn't she closing? Oh, Beth's group.
Beth's group. Joni closed hers. And then I guess I have to take something and put it on the inside to cover up the raw edges, right? I know how to do that.
So is this your second signature finished?
This one?
Mm-hmm.
No, this is that first one. This one.
Oh, I thought you had already finished one today.
Yeah, I finished this one. I'm doing the cover for it. This
Oh, okay.
cover matches nothing in it at all. Aside from the fact it's got flowers on it. But that's fine.
Well, this one, these aren't going to cut very good to ATCs. They're a
No,
little skinny and a little long, but they'll be great little notes.
they will make lovely little notes. But that's a cute little cover. I can use, I don't know what on the inside.
Okay. This one can be an ATC, but I don't know if I can deal with this being wider than this borders.
Yeah,
That might just bother me.
I bet it does.
Yeah. And I have a ton of little bitty pieces because some of my bigger doodles that I haven't been in love with and on the the full page things,
Yeah,
I put those apart for ATCs.
yeah,
And so I have a lot of little bits like this left over.
right.
I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but someday they'll have a life.
Those are really good in those little folded up envelope, like the envelope clusters I do.
Yeah. Yep. Craft the lunch.
Because those are usually pretty little. So I've just cut the fabric a little bit bigger than my cover, trimmed the corners so that when I fold in, I don't have too much overlap, and I'm just gluing them down.
I worked on that one because it was started. None of these are even started, so we'll have to decide what's next. I like doing the bigger ones.
See, I chopped up a lot of my stuff and I've got it in my to-go bin so that I can just doodle little pieces while I'm out and about. I really like having the little pieces for that.
Here's a stack of some of mine that I've done already.
Oh, I like those.
This is like postcard size.
Yeah.
And this one.
Oh, I love that one. I
I
really
love this one. This one's one of my favorites. And this
that
one.
too.
And then our Christmas trees like we did together.
Yes. Those are fun.
They are fun.
Did you do more than what we did on the stream?
No, And I didn't mail them out. And I tried different color schemes, which is hard for me.
Yeah.
You know, I like the bright colors. This one, it was kind of a doodle play. It's not that good, but I like it.
I like it.
And then
Those are fun.
These I did on vacation with the cheapest watercolor palette that they had at Hobby Lobby, because I didn't bring watercolors with me. I brought other stuff, but I didn't feel like doing those.
Yeah. Well,
And then there's this one. Again, trying to change my color schemes.
yeah. See, I need to do more of that kind of thing.
And then I thought I'd try for basic black and white.
Oh.
You know,
Hey,
cut apart it might be good too.
do you do watercolor over acrylic sometimes, Jean?
I haven't.
Because I've got all those stamped papers, right? Like these, right? And then I doodle on them. But if I did watercolor over them, because they're wood stamp, I get a lot of wood grain and blank spots, right? But if I put watercolor, like the mixture of watercolor, we're going to try that right away. I have to find my watercolors now. This needs to dry.
This one was taped just over these black and white spots.
Okay.
I thought I was going to leave them white,
Oh,
but I didn't like it, so I doodled in them.
okay.
And then I got some that I've doodled. This is the
I really like that.
This is watercolor. This is doodle. This is collage and stitching.
Oh, and stitching.
Yep.
I love throwing stitching on things. Just look at my watercolors. Yeesh.
This is another one I really like. It's just kind of weird but cool.
If I was watercolors, where would I put you?
It's kind of funny because I see these one way, but when I go to moving them around, I'm like, oh, wait, maybe this.
Yeah. That's the thing about it, right? You can see them from different aspects, at different perspectives, and it changes the entire way you envision things.
See, I think maybe I need to go in and do these blank circles because they just don't look right in there. I really like the blue, pink, and brown in various tones.
Yeah.
But I have trouble getting to them.
I'm not a brown tone person. I really am not. Oh my word. Have I got crap? Pardon the language. Look, I have watercolors. We're going to play. This is not watercolor paper. This is just regular copy paper. But I really like your pinks, oranges, and yellows.
I do. This one actually is kind of a mistake. I was doing something on this side and I didn't like it. And this has splotchy from that. And I just kind of piddled around and I don't know. The more I did it, the better I liked it. And this one has stitching on it. Okay. You can always tell which ones have the stitching because there's tape on the back.
This is the little palette I got.
Oh, cool.
Got some water. We're going to play. Because we can. Well, down the rabbit hole we go. Teresa, how many ATCs? Just one ATC, or how's it working in Beth's group? Hey, Roll, how you feeling today? We're playing Finish It Friday or Get Her Done Friday, but I'm down a rabbit hole now. Because Jean's doodling on her watercolors and they're beautiful, and so I have to try. I like that black circle.
I do too. I like using circles.
Oh yeah, me too.
Several templates, but
See, that's red. I don't want to use green on the red. I just don't like green and red. No. Okay. We'll try that and see what we do. Because we can. Guess I should have spritzed my paper, right? I don't know if this is right or not. This is what we're doing. I don't like this brush.
there's something about coloring and hearing that scratchy sound.
Pardon?
I said there's something about coloring and hearing that scratchy sound. Make yourself big so we can see your testing on this.
I can find this. I need to go like this. All right. So that's blue and purple on this is, like I said, this is just a heavier copy paper. I don't like that brush. It's too floppy. I don't feel like I've got any control over it whatsoever.
But a watercolor brush is best to be floppy.
I know.
For me, anyway.
I know. I just, because I've painted in acrylics for so long, that bit of floppiness, it's a control thing, I guess, maybe. Oh, I like the yellow over the red. A little bit of blue in there. Not so it turns green. Like the yellow.
Mm-hmm. I do too. I like that.
Don't know how I'm going to doodle it because it's definitely got that pattern behind that makes me want to just stay in that area
Mm-hmm.
and doodle that one area. If that makes sense.
Yes. I tend to do that also when I doodle. You know, like the lines of the watercolor where they give you lines.
Yeah. So that's a paler yellow, more watered down. I like that. It's almost like a sunset.
Mm-hmm. But you know, you don't necessarily have to doodle on them. You can cut them out and use them in collage.
I can. That's what these were actually. I was going to use these as collage bits. But I like doodling on them. It makes me feel a bit relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. I don't know. It's like a form of meditation, right? The doodling.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, no, I've used cut these out and put them on a heavier piece of paper and used them as tucks and things. Multi-purpose uses for this. Oh, yellow and purple make what? Mud.
Mud.
Mud. We got mud. I don't mind some mud. Especially if I'm going to doodle on top. And with having those metallic gel pens, that could be really fun to doodle with.
Mm-hmm.
Although I do like black. What do you guys like to doodle with? I know that Jean's got that lovely fountain pen she likes.
I do.
I keep forgetting, is it a cartridge or a refillable? Like if you can stick it in an ink jar?
It's a cartridge.
Okay.
I have some that you can, some dip pens I really like,
I've
but
got,
this is so much handier.
yeah, I've got dip pens too, but I've also got some of those fountain pens where you stick it in and you pull the lever and it sucks all the ink up.
That's what I'd like to find, but I haven't found one with the right. It's got to be a fine nib that you can draw with too, not just
Yeah.
not one of those flat ones that you write with.
Yeah. See, these are writing fountain pens that I've got. So I'm not sure that they would work for the purposes that I want.
Because the fountain pen I have and use the most is so fine, and the calligraphy style, you can only do certain directions in your strokes, and
Right.
this one will go so many different directions.
Okay, I'm adding you back. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just sloughing paint on. Lost. Come back. Come back. Oh, no room on my desk for my mouse. That cursor. There we go. I found it.
Yay!
Yay. See, I should have drawn some black marker lines too. That could have been fun.
Yeah, I don't hardly ever doodle in color.
No. No, I don't really like it. I've done a few on something. And I was looking at it going, oh my word, that is not, I'm not a fan, just not a fan.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jean, I've got this stuff on a glass plate now. Do you just leave it as it is? Do you flatten it out? How do you?
No, don't flatten it out.
Okay.
That's why it cracks and peels, is because it's too thin.
Right.
If you leave it in the little piles, all you have to do is use it just like the other palette you had earlier.
Yeah.
It'll work that way.
Okay. Good to know. See, I can take these upstairs and doodle them. Wow, that's a nice bright color. Pretty intense. So I'll do this one page. And then I'll just have this one to doodle on. I can leave, but whenever I decide to. I really like red and yellow together. That's really bizarre.
That's because that's the Kansas City Chiefs.
No. Well, my colors are blue, orange, yellow, and red. Like my native colors.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's part of why I'm drawn to it. I don't know. These are really interesting. Yeah, I can see how you mean like a floppier brush will definitely give me more um, pastel kind of thing, whereas this makes it pretty thick and deeper color,
Mm-hmm.
much more controlled. Hey, Beth, welcome. I'm playing with some watercolor. Let's not put that against the mushroom. Um, I'm playing with watercolor on some acrylic painted things so that I can doodle on them. We're playing Get Her Done Friday, so I covered a piece of file folder with fabric. I'm just waiting for the glue to dry before I put the other pieces on. For a journal cover, yeah, it really doesn't go with that stuff. Look, does that swear? Like, really? I'm not a fan of those together, but it is just the cover, right? You know what? I might end up going and finding another piece of fabric. Okay, so that's nowhere near done. Play with this one now. How are you, Beth? Beth's going to be playing with us on Sunday.
Yay.
Beth was saying she wanted to do watercolor on her gel plate. I just want people to get a feel for what you can do. Because we're all so different when it comes to how we do things. It's basically the same, but we're all different. If you
I could
follow,
do pastels on it.
pardon?
I could do pastels on it.
Ooh, that could be fun.
I'm not a big fan of it, but
Yeah.
and it really stains your plate. But once y'all see my plates, you'll know.
Yeah, my plates are pretty grody too, but I'm not using my plates at all. So I'm using a cutting board, like that blue cutting board. I'm using um, that plastic bag with the guts in it, that white foam stuff, and I am using my styrofoam ones that I have cut, and I've got when I was teaching printmaking, I had little squares with foil, like aluminum foil on it. So you put the paint on, then you use a Q-tip or whatever, cotton swab, to draw a picture in it, and then you print it. You can pull that print. So I'm going to be using those just to show people that they can do various things. Finally got the lid on the Christmas box. My goodness. My Christmas box has been put away for a while now. And then we were on the trip, right? And my nephew's wife asked if we could do, way back when we used to do folk art and stuff, we made a whole bunch of Christmas ornaments. And I was selling them at a big department store in downtown Winnipeg. But I was also using them as gift tags, etc. And her husband, like our nephew, has one from 1991 or something, like way the heck back there. So she asked if we could make one for each of her boys. So Ron's going to have to pull out the scroll saw and do that. He's in the midst of making some of those, like the box that you won, Jean. He's making one of those for the nephew's wife as a thank you for putting up with us. What else? I don't know. We're just doing stuff. Never ends. Never ends.
Oh, crap.
Oh, crap. Oh,
Something leaked.
something leaked.
Yep.
I like that with the leaves. See, your watercolors have that really lovely blendy.
Just because I use a lot of
outline it.
water.
Pardon?
I use a lot of water. I get it wet and then I use a lot of water in my color and I just let it do its own thing. I don't force anything.
Okay, I'm going to do that on this one because I still have one left to do.
Well, I think I salvaged that. Well, I'm going to salvage that. I don't know where it came from. This isn't leaking. And I don't think this one is never leaked.
Oh,
So I'm not sure. Maybe it has now.
cleaning your craft rooms. Yeah, you know, Beth, I started cleaning up. I got a lot of stuff organized and I can't find a blessed thing anymore. Do you guys find that? Like when everything is stacked up and all over the place, you seem to know where things are compared to when everything's all nice and ticky-boo. Okay, this needs to dry. Is it just me that's like that? Do you guys run into that?
I don't have a lot of places to put things. So sometimes when I clean and organize, I do labels.
Oh,
Especially if I'm doing it when a grand is there,
yeah.
because they love my label maker.
Oh, yes. I think my daughter would love my label maker much more than any of my grands would.
Well, I haven't let my daughter play with it, so.
Yeah, I actually bought one for her because she's very organized. I give her a lot of credit. I have no idea where she comes by that because Ron and I mean, he says he can't ever say anything about my area because his area is just as bad. Plus, it's covered in sawdust, right?
Yeah. Well, I wish my husband would realize that. I walk in there and I think, oh, this is nothing more than a glorified doghouse.
Yeah.
I mean, dogs go in and out of there, so that's part of it. But I'm like, how his TV still works with 6 inches of dust on it is beyond me.
Well, the best thing on TV is the dust, Jean.
True.
But yeah, I get it. Look what I came across. I have ping pong balls. We were going to use ping pong balls and make little birds out of them way back last year sometime. I don't know. All I can do is shake my head because I get sidetracked so easy. Yes, Belinda, you move things from the regular spot and try and find them after that. Good luck. Definitely. I so understand that. Okay, so I got this paper really wet. It really needs to get out of my way to dry. I don't want to put it on the floor. Not that there's room on the desk for it, but it's over there now. This needs to dry. So blobs this size, Jean, how long does it normally take to dry?
It just depends. If it's humid there, it'll take longer. But I would say 2 days, maybe,
So
if that long.
I have to put it someplace safe for 2 days, is what you're telling me? Okay, I'll put it over here in the back 40, if I ask.
Okay. Don't like my little blob fix, but maybe it'll be all right.
Well,
It looks like a little rooster now.
it does.
But I'm going to let it dry because I can always do something else.
Yeah, Belinda, it had to be someplace safe. It's a glass plate. So I don't want it to get all smashed.
I would check it. You know, like tomorrow morning and see.
Yeah. Okay, so I didn't like this. I have to now build a journal to fit this cover. You're laughing, Jean.
No, I'm laughing at myself. Yes, that's it.
Well, I don't even know what I did with the other half of the file folder, guys.
And you just had it.
I just had it. I know. I'm looking. What have I done since then? I have done the cover. I've done the watercolor. I'm really tired of playing this mess game. I think that's a big part of. No, I have no clue where it is. Okay, so this little signature. No, not on the floor. Did I leave it over there when I was cutting? No. I'll have to cut another one. That's all.
What about where your watercolor, that piece of paper that you did the watercolor on, what about where it was?
In this stack over here? It's not in this stack.
I give up. That was my.
It's not with that. It's not with that. It's not on that pile. For the love of Pete. I concede. My room is just way past acceptable. And I have to get this all cleaned up for Sunday because I'm going to be having all those different things that I'm doing. Although I have this lovely little catalog from the Lily Nook. Look at those beautiful lilies. Aren't they beautiful?
Nothing like being distracted, is it, Kim?
Sure. No, I had that because I had to place an order for lilies yesterday. Had to. See? Had to. Okay, it's not in that stack. Where would I put it? Where's the blue cutting mat? It's on top of that stuff and it's not there. Okay, I need a new let's just grab a new project and I will find it eventually. Bah humbug. So let's do my collage fodder play for the day, and that way that's done, right? What should I collage fodder on, guys? Throw something at me.
I know that Belinda's floor maybe was about another question earlier, but it would be funny when you said, "What should I collage on now?" And then I look up and floor maybe.
Yes, yes. You know what? My husband wouldn't even bat an eye if I did that. He really wouldn't.
Well, I don't like my little glob mistake, so I'm going to completely cover it up.
Make it into something that belongs there.
Yeah, a black circle.
That works. That works. A zine? I could do a zine.
Finish it Friday.
I know, but I've got to do my collage fodder thing too, right?
Okay.
So I've got all these zines folded, so technically it could be I'm finishing one.
True, true. See, it already looks better, and I haven't put any white on it.
Exactly.
I just couldn't stand that little rooster, and everything I did just added rooster to it.
Yeah. Got this lovely green envelope from some Happy Mail. And I was thinking, would those be a nice green to use on a robot?
Yes.
So, what have I done for zines? I did that one with scraps. I did the one with the garden.
So my favorite pen, I have two of,
Yeah.
and I thought I'd lost one when we were on vacation.
Oh, no.
I bought another one, and this one really bites.
Oh, no. It leaks and stuff?
No, it doesn't really leak, but it's not smooth, and I don't know, maybe mine are broken in if that's the thing,
Yeah.
but they just don't.
You think it's got like a little burr on the tip or something?
Yeah, it's just the ink doesn't flow well.
Oh.
It drives me crazy.
Okay. I could finish doodling these fan trashy flowers. But
Do a zine with those.
Pardon?
Do a zine with those.
With these?
Yes.
Well, I want to finish doodling them and then scan them in first so that I can add them to the fan trashy flowers in the Etsy shop so that there's a page of little ones to go with the big ones. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I could do a zine with these for sure. I could just scan them in and cut them out and use them as they are.
Okay.
Nobody needs to know. Okay, I'll be right back.
This pen is leaking.
Oh no. Is it the cartridge?
I don't know. I don't think so. Nope.
Okay, I'm not scanning, I'm just copying.
Lots of ink in the lid.
Oh no. Well, I didn't say that out loud. Sorry, peeps. I don't understand, but a copy at the same size chops things off. But I have enough that I can use in a zine. The copied pretty nice.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm missing the tip here and some of the bottom there. But it's okay. I think some of these flowers look really goth. Like if you were doing like a goth page, that would make a good flower. This could be a lovely gothic flower. This one. I have to admit, Jean, I love these flowers. I thank you very much for us doing them.
I do like them.
That one's cut off too. Well,
But you know they're cut off. That doesn't mean anybody else will.
well, yeah, because there's no tip on them. Like,
But
see,
you could cut them out with a tip on them and re-outline them.
I could. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Aren't I always?
Mostly. For copying on just regular copy paper, they're not bad, but I sure like them better on a glossy photo paper.
Yeah.
Oh, and we can make up kind of Latinish names for them. That it's oh, I could do that.
There's one already that I could name. Not, it's kind of white. No. The middle one.
That one?
Yeah, something with the word lamp in it.
Lamp. Oh. Lamp. Or like lampus, because that would be kind of Latin.
I don't know Latin at all.
Me neither, but it's got lots of us's and I don't know what else. Lampicus.
Lapatina.
Pardon?
I don't know. I'm just coming up.
Lapatina. Oh, that could be. Yeah, we got to make up words and names for these. But see, that one, if you look at it with the true colors, they were fluorescents. And look at what it did. Look at the difference.
Yeah, I hate that fluorescents won't copy.
Yeah. But they do on photo paper.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
Let me just grab. Maybe not quite as deep as I thought, but they're not too bad. They come out really.
Yeah.
I guess maybe I shouldn't use fluorescents because they're never going to print the way they show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh. I wonder if I used fluorescents on those ones that I've already posted.
But they may not. Nobody may even notice that.
Yeah. I can only hope.
Do you know what close to my heart is?
But who?
Close to my heart. It's a scrapbooking company.
No, never scrapbooked.
It's kind of, well, they've got paper and all kinds of things, but it's a party plan kind of thing. You know what Stampin' Up is?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay.
I just seen a video today that they are closing their doors.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
scrapbook, but I definitely don't like the idea of losing more companies.
I know.
But one of the videos made the comment that the problem is that we have all loved everything that's came out and bought it, and everybody's at that point where I have this. I need to use what I have. And
Yes.
so
Which
for
makes
that
sense.
reason, things aren't selling like they should.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
My other thing is that I don't like to buy stamps and stencils, that kind of thing, because I get tired of them too fast. How many
Yeah.
times can you use it before it's like, okay, everything looks the same?
Yeah.
That's why I'm constantly looking for different textures when I'm at the dollar store.
Yeah. Well, that's like when I use stamps. I never stamp the whole image. I just ink it up or paint on it, whatever I'm doing, and use parts of it for texture.
Yeah,
I don't even know what all I have, what they would stamp like fully because I don't use them fully.
right. I guess too, this way people can recolor them almost the way that they want, right?
Yeah, they could do that for sure.
Belinda, are you playing along with anything today? Ooh, no. Wrapping washi for happy mail. Awesome, Dusty. Okay, does that look kind of like it's on fire?
Uh huh.
Okay. Hey, Teresa. You Chatterfoot? You doing die cuts? Oh, are you doing that one for Beth's? And you said Lampetina, right?
Yeah.
Lampetina.
I don't know if that's really Latin or Italian, but
You
hey.
know, yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna make up the words and then do some sort of blurb that it's grows in really hot climates and looks like it's on fire. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. So
They
what color do I want to
they
put?
can live in some made up country.
They can live in some made up country too.
But
Definitely.
there's so many countries out there that we may not know the names of that may really be as weird as we would come up with.
True. Okay. I have. You know. I have green, yellow, pink, beige, blue, and pink. I got tall, skinny ones and short, fat ones. Short, fat ones are just blue, pink, and white. What I had a yellow. Those I've got skinny yellows. What color?
No, I haven't. Have you heard of Vanuatu and
Feral?
Feral?
No.
I like those names.
Me too. We could have feral flowers.
Well, they
Oh,
might be real, but they can be our fake names.
they can.
And
These
besides, who
things.
can take a handmade book and determine what flowers are what and grow them by those names from those countries?
Yeah. I've also got this stuff. This stuff turned out really nice. I love it.
Cool.
This is napkin guts, and I put it on my texture plates, the ones for Fimo, and I poked them in with water, and then I put some water glue on them, and then I added more, and they've got a nice sound. And the texture came out really nicely. I'm really happy. Okay, what color book am I doing? The puffin. Okay. I am horrible at geography. Absolutely
Ditto.
horrible. And I mean, Ron and I play GeoGuessr usually when we have supper. Pink, fat pink or tall, skinny pink. Um, I'm still horrible when it comes to geography. Both?
I can tell you that New Mexico is a state.
Yes, New Mexico is a state. Manitoba,
Many people think it's a country,
yeah,
but it's not.
Manitoba is a province. It's above North Dakota and Minnesota. I only want to do one though, Teresa. I have to get it done today because I have to do collage fodder every day. But old Mexico isn't. Right. Okay, fat or skinny. Either would be good.
Skinny.
Skinny. Okay. Skinny it is. So I need a title page. Fan Trusty Flowers of the World, right?
Yes.
And I'm just going to glue these guys in. I have a glue paper someplace. this will work. And I'm going to use glue stick. You need a drink? All right. I'm low on tea. I can't believe how badly tea stains mugs. I really can't. Then you have to hand wash them.
I hand wash all my dishes.
Oh, I don't. If I can throw it in the dishwasher, it goes in. Of course, my cast iron does not. And I'm going to use, it's actually like a thin green marker.
I don't have to worry about cast iron because I don't use a cast iron.
Oh, I love my cast iron.
I've tried. I don't.
Couldn't live without my cast iron.
Used to be that way with my electric skillet, but I don't use that anymore. But don't touch my crock pot.
I've got a crock pot, an instant pot, an air fryer. I have all the toys.
I have an Instapot, and I don't think I've hardly ever used it.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so we've got a lampadina. I like this gothic one. I don't know why I'm trying to cut it out right against it, but I am. Really fussy cutting.
You're way off screen.
Oh, I'm way off screen. Oh, sorry.
That could be from Transylvania.
This one?
Yeah, he said gothic looking.
Yeah. The missing herb from Frankenstein's something. Or the most common herb in Frankenstein's kitchen. Might as well have some fun with it.
Yeah. I heard it's used to make finger soup.
Oh, finger soup. I like that. Almost looks like a tomato with spots. What the heck color was it originally? Oh, it was like a grayish. I might add a little bit of purple for highlight or something. Just a little bit of punch for it. Yep. Whose idea was it to fuzzy cut like this? Not just do that white around thing. Riddle me that.
Wasn't my idea.
I know. You know, sometimes I think I have good ideas. Other times I go, what were you thinking?
Yep.
Because not always do I have a brain. You know?
I am not feeling this doodle at all.
Oh, no.
I just can't even think of things to
Add.
put in it.
Once again, just a reminder that we're having a print in on Sunday morning on my channel. So my Sunday stream will start very early. I'm not sure if I'm going to do my regular live after or not. We'll see how frustrated I am. And the reason I say frustrated is because there's going to be a whole lot of technology involved. And you guys know how well I do with that.
But we played a little bit. I think we can get it to work.
Yeah, I think so. So what did we say we were going to call this? Transylvania transplant? Oh, transplant. There we go. Transylvania.
Oh, and that goes for Frankenstein. That goes for Transylvania.
There goes that stupid green pen again. Oh, because I used the marker last time. Well. I'm going to go over it in this thin marker. These are Staedtler fine markers. You can get them at Staples and stuff. And it says dry safe on them. They are not waterproof. They smudge to beat the band.
All these pens, and I've only used 4 different ones. But you know what you like, you know?
Oh, I know. We got 2 pages done. Well, not done because I have to do the write-ups. Hey, Jasper, welcome. Whoop, it's alive. I was going to add some purple to this to it's almost like a berry then. The purple doesn't show very nice. It's too light. How are you, Jasper? Navy blue. You know, it's time I cleaned out my pencil crayons and put them back into segmented colors because this is crazy. Blue. Every one I pull out is blue. It's not purple. Plum. Nope, dark brown.
When I don't know what I want to put on here, these 2 lines here of scribbles and these 2 lines of scribbles are 5 of my grandkids' names.
Nice.
I say them in my head and spell them as I'm writing them. They may not have all the letters, but in my mind they do.
Excellent. I do that too a lot of times. Or I write nursery rhymes. Ready for Sunday? Awesome. It's not necessarily a challenge. I'd like it to be more of like a teaching kind of thing because there are so many people new to junk journaling and jelly printing and all that stuff. And a lot of them think they can't do it because they watch certain people on YouTube and figure that's the only way to do it. So I'm thinking with all of us together, we all kind of have our own little tips and tricks. So I want people to be able to pick and choose what works for them, if that makes sense. But yeah, I guess it is a bit of a challenge using all the different things. So it is going to go in the order that I've got it like in the time set. So it's up to everyone to decide if they want to just do one print and do each of those things almost like a prompt along, or if they want to do different um, images, different prints for each one. I'm leaving that up to you guys to do it the way you want to do it, because I think the better variety people see, the more they're going to go, hey, I can do that. I can try it, right? So even if we have a failure, because I mean, I'm not using gel plates, I'm using other things. So even if we have a failure, we can kind of explain what happened if we know, or we could just laugh it off and say, oh, it's just paper, just so that they know that they can play and it's not pressurized. If you get it, if you know. I like this one. That one should be easy to cut out. I'm just working on my 100-day collage fodder challenge while we're online here. We were doing a Get Her Done Friday. So I finished off a little journal, like a signature. And I was working on the cover, and I don't like the cover. I have to go into the back 40 and find more fabric. Jean's been doodling. Jean and her beautiful doodles. She's got a stack of stuff she wants to get done, which then prompted me, because I was disgusted with the fabric I pulled out for the journal cover. I decided to do some watercolor on top of acrylics, and I will doodle this later next year. Yeah, it's like a 20-minute slot, Jasper. So the way I'd like it to work is you kind of explain what you're doing. So you've got 20 minutes for each segment, right? And even if you're in the background, you're still going to be doing that segment in 20 minutes. Then you're going to come forward and do like a little bit of a show and tell. I'm hoping it's going to work in half an hour slots.
4 people in a half an hour?
Well, everybody's going to be doing their stuff simultaneously, right? So
Uh-huh.
when we've got the one person big, they can explain, okay, I've put down this color, I used a brayer, I'm using such and such a stencil from so and so, and I'm going to pull it with this color, right? And then we'll move on to the next person.
I'm sure glad I'm not in the stencil group.
You're in the
Because,
stencil group. Everybody's going to be doing everyone.
well, I mean, so I don't have to say stencil from.
Yeah, I know. You could
My
just say,
answer would be stencil from my drawer over there.
yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, you don't have to, but there are people who have their own stencils that sell through various, like they do stuff for other online people. So if they want to flog it, then they're welcome to do it. Yeah, 20 minutes. It's a 30-minute segment, but the 4 people that are on screen and the people in behind, you have 20 minutes to do the first step. So if you're doing a stencil, it's going to give you time to put the paint down, put a stencil on. Hopefully, it will dry enough that you can put your pull layer off or whatever. It's going to be kind of quick and dirty. So in 20 minutes, and then you're going to go in the background, and the people who are in the background are going to come forward, and they're going to have just a couple of minutes to just do a quick blurb. It's a challenge. Yeah, stencil from your stash. Exactly. Or if you cut your own stencils, I would be saying I'm using a what the heck kind of paper do I cut that out of, guys? Cardstock stencil drawn 9 years ago. Who knows? You know. just so that they can get a feel that they can use different stencils, different masks. It's more a case of showing them how to use these different things, what effects they can get. And this is a trial run, Jasper, just like your Valenzine was for you guys, you and Roll. 15-minute wasn't long enough to do a zine, but I figure 20 minutes for one print shouldn't be too bad. I'm thinking.
Okay, so the last 10 minutes, you're going to let
the people behind are going to come forward and do a quick blurb about if they want, they can mention the color they used. If they want to flog the stencil from P&M Artist Studios or wherever they've got their stencil from, or if it's handmade, what they used,
okay.
And, so they put down, say, purple, I can't remember the name of paints offhand, some sort of purple. They can say, this is the color I put down first. I used this stencil on top, pulled it with this piece of paper. I'm just using copy paper because that's what I've got. But if other people are pulling with tissue paper or napkin backs or whatever, just say what you've used so that the newbies can. I just want to give them a variety.
Jasper says, I will simplify my idea. And I say, I have to clean off my table before I have room to even do it.
I have to clean off my table and the entire table beside me. So, yeah, we know that we've got challenges.
Well, I'm not going to be home tomorrow.
Yeah, Jasper, that's what I was thinking. We've got 9 different people. I'm not using a gel plate. I'm using stuff that I've used in the past instead of a gel plate before I could afford one, right? And also, I wanted to know if I liked doing it before I spent money on a gel plate. So, and it's a case of try it. Let's just try it. Give it a go.
If we bump and mess up during it, we will keep going. That's how you learn.
Right. That's right. So this is some sort of plantus. Atlantis plantus?
Corn plantus.
Corn plantus?
Spelled with a K.
Okay, all right.
It looks like an ear of corn.
It does. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be using plastic cutting mat, my original gel plate, which is a plastic bag with white foam that's inside, like packing foam. And I've got some styrofoam things that I use for printing. And I've got a piece of cardboard with foil on it. So you put the paint on it, use a Q-tip to draw and pull. So, yes. Just to give them ideas, Hopefully we'll get a wide number of viewers coming to check it out. So you see how Jean and I have our name and then our YouTube channels? That's how I'd like everybody to put their names in for Sunday so that people, hey, Brenda, nice to see you. So that people can, click on and subscribe to everybody's channels should they want. We are just playing Finish It Friday, Brenda. That way we don't have to have mods putting stuff in the chat. We don't have to, I think we're going to be pretty busy so that we're not going to be able to watch the chat as much as we would like, if that makes sense. I mean, if we see somebody saying hi, one of us will say hi back, but, it's going to be interesting. That's all I can say. And a lot of fun. I'm expecting lots of laughter from this. Because I could just imagine dropping my brayer in the middle of something and paint just going whoosh, right? And we can even talk about using the brayer offs for different things.
Would you just be quiet? The more you talk, the more things I gotta get out.
What?
The more things you say, the more things I gotta go get out. No, I'm pretty lucky. My paint's in one place and my stuff like brayers and things like that, texture things, are in another place. So
Yeah.
but I am going to limit my colors through the whole thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm probably just going to use primaries.
Well, I don't love this, but I think it's done.
No, they won't be visible, Jasper. I don't have. I'm hoping to get a subscription to StreamYard so that there could be 10 people on screen, but I don't want 10 people on screen. I only want the 4 people. When I said that they're in the live, like the 4 people in the schedule, only those ones will be on the screen, because that way people will be able to see what they're doing. If that makes sense.
The one thing that you'll have to do is keep your link to the video or to the StreamYard handy, because once you get out, you may not get back in.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think I've got it down pat where everybody will be in this back room, but I can't guarantee that I might click it. So they won't be visible, but they will still be muted in the back. If that makes sense.
right. And even if we're not muted, we still won't be heard because
Did that answer your question, Jasper? Yeah, I'm hoping, Teresa, that can happen. We'll see who's here on Sunday, and I'll ask somebody if they can do that, because with having the 20 minutes to get the segment done, I think we're going to be a little bit on the crunch. No, you will be heard if you are live. You will not be muted if you're on screen. So what I'll probably do is make one of you really big. You explain what you're doing. I'll move it to the next one. They really big, explain what they're doing, but then all 4 of you will be on screen. That's what I'm going to try and do. Yeah. Well, there's 9 people participating, Teresa. So that's why I'm going to make someone big so that they can explain. Go to the next one. It will be available then on my YouTube channel after, right? But we still won't see the people in the background. That's why I've got everybody rotating, being live, right? I think I've got that set up so everybody's got like 2 spots pretty much. Okay. This is what I'm hoping is going to happen, Jasper. Jean and I played with it a bit this morning. I just hope that I can manage it with everybody. No. Oh my goodness, Jean, we've been on for 3 hours.
Yeah, my eyes are telling me, yes, you have.
Oh, well then I guess maybe we should call it a day.
Probably.
Yes. Well, I will have this little zine in my group, posted in my group, and on Instagram and on my K&RP page. Because I'm doing that 100-day project, and I've taken the 100 days of using collage fodder challenge. So that's what I'm working on. So take care, everybody. I really appreciate you guys being here. Okay, perfect, Jasper. It's coming. I have to write the blurbs and everything. It'll be a couple of hours before it's up, but thanks everybody for being here. I hope that you come and see us on Sunday. There's going to be 9 participants. My stream will be not starting at 12:45. We will be starting at 10:30 a.m. Central. And there's going to be quite a few people here that you may find very interesting and learn from. So I'm going to say bye for now. Take care, everyone. Big hugs, and see you Sunday.
Bye.